Oh boy. Welcome back to From Head to Toe. It's me, Naomi Smalls, and I am here to recap the girls of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18 from head to toe. 10 seasons ago I did this. I already know what this feels like. This is the chance for them to like introduce themselves to the world. What kind of queen are you? I am so excited to get a more detailed breakdown again for you, the audience that actually cares about the nitty-gritty, that cares about things that are not related to the script and the challenge and whatever the things that the girls are doing in the workroom that do not involve the runway. Let's get into the cast of season 18, starting with ATHENA DION, Morphine's mother. She is the queen from Miami, Greece. You know how to throw a party in Mykonos, bitch. She is wearing this like Schiaparelli inspired look. And I'm not surprised that Schiaparelli is going to be like a reference, a main reference for drag queens, I think, this season. We have this like black velvet, white draped moment. It's giving me very like Portia from Housewives. I feel like she would try and pull something like this together for a reunion. She's wearing this like black lace front, and I feel like this hair with this like pomp, it always gives me like, yes, Ariel Versace, but it's almost like too easy of a dig. Not dig, not a dig, but like too easy of a reference when it comes to drag.
Yes.
Is that Ariel Versace?
This like wall always gives me like Elaine Bennis from Seinfeld, but like the drag version, which, I mean, we're drag queens, so I think she could have gone with maybe like more of like a 2B or maybe like a chocolate brown instead to like be up against that black velvet. She has all these like chunky big earrings, big crown, big accoutrements, but like this tiny men's gay boy necklace going to high tops is very interesting. A very interesting choice, a very interesting high-low mix. All right, next we have Kenya Pleaser. And Kenya, I'm like obsessed with her, honestly. Like, I feel like we haven't seen a queen like her in a minute. Or maybe a queen hasn't like made me feel that like comfort in a minute. I know she's from North Carolina and I got to meet her, so maybe I'm just being a little bit biased because I know her personality already. She is going to make me maybe bite my words. I think she might be able to get away without a contact, but don't quote me. Don't quote me. It's really early in the season. NINI COCO, honestly, like when she enters the workroom, I have to feel a little bit of like, I'm happy that this drag still exists. There is something about still seeing someone like pop in as like a vivacious, like where the fuck did you even come up with this concept? I understand like she comes in that like raincoat and it has like the blue rhinestone drops all over it. I actually really like that detail. I just think that there's something about this coat that looks a little... She bought it. She bought it and she rhinestoned it. And I feel like there's something with drag where you're wearing something that's like so custom, so embellished, so special. And then you put this like graduation gown, or you put this like Zara jacket over it, or you put this makeup little cover up over it. And then you're like revealing that it takes it into a direction that is not as special. And I really don't feel like she really needed that coat. I get it, but like a custom coat, not just a custom embellished off the rack coat. For this. Up next, we have Jane Don't. And bitch, don't play with her makeup. Do not play with Jane Done's makeup. I love all this orange, pink, everything that's like happening in between like her like temple to her cheek. She looks like she's also inspired by Schiaparelli. I actually really enjoy this look. I feel like the Schiaparelli references and like the Schiaparelli nod too probably could have just like been in the fascinator and the bag and maybe replace... I think I have something off. There's something off to me about like all these like earrings as brooches placed all over the look. I really think she's the only one that comes to mind that like wore the all black silhouette. And this silhouette is like so extreme and like tight waist and like cool. Just this look is very cool. I feel like all these like earrings, I would have maybe just like taken 2 of the same earrings and put it as an actual earring and then got rid of everything else. It's just a lot. It's a lot of drag. I feel like there's some editing that could have gone here, but I love this look. I've noticed, being obsessed with hair, I'm seeing less lifted sideburns. I'm seeing less lifted, poorly applied lace fronts, and that just is so pleasing to me. So thank you to the producers for casting some girls who know how to do drag. Up next, we have Discord ADDAMS, and this is a lot of drag, Discord. This is a lot of drag. This is very Chicago. This is very Cold Turkey, Destroyer of Worlds Online, very Imp Kid, very Bon Bon, very Nico's World, very Thursdays at Berlin. And I see it. I see, because I believe she's from Ohio, moved to Chicago, moved to Florida. I'm guessing this look came from her time in Chicago. Or maybe I'm just projecting, because this is what I got from that. She's wearing a lot of like gold jewelry with like clear stones. These things are like very pretty for how hard this look is. If there's no like fancy element in your clothing, then your accessories could be leather and metals and studs. I feel like that would make way more sense for this look. She's wearing this hair as well that looks like it was made for like an ab fab impersonator, like Hulk Hogan doing ab fab. Like this, that's the proportions that this wig would work with. Like his big shoulders, his big head, his big chest. Discord is like this tiny little thing, but she's wearing a wig that would fit, that would be made for Hulk Hogan. Does that make sense? I love Discord's contacts, and I love this like frosted lip. I feel like those marry together really well. Up next, we have STARR. And STARR is representing the very reason why I am obsessed with girls from Florida who know how to do drag. Like, this is drag. I love that I would have no idea what she would look like out of drag. There's something so pleasing seeing someone and not seeing the real them through their makeup and through their transformation. She is so detail-oriented. I love that. Of course, her name is STARR. She has the STARR lucite. She has the STARR earring. She has, if you look closely, she has like these like STARR intricate sculptures in her wig. And lucite jewelry is probably my favorite. Ooh, it's probably like neck and neck with silver and lucite. Like, lucite just looks so special, and it's so like not drag, but it makes such a huge impact. And I want to see more lucite jewelry out there. Let's just say it. I've never seen this sideburn detail on a drag queen, and I feel like she's like just telling us through this hairstyle that she is in the know. Let's just say that. She is making me believe in the power of highlighter. I almost feel like looking at her face, I'm like transported back to 2017, and it is on her nose bridge, it's on her forehead, it's on her cheeks, it's on her chin, it's everywhere. I think with this like pale blue denim moment and the shine from the lucite, it all just like works perfectly to me. This is a queen who is a drag queen's drag queen, and I love to see it. Up next, we have FUEGO, and I love that when FUEGO walks into the workroom, she is like tapped the fuck in. The eyes, the chin, everything is like to the camera immediately when she walks in. This color combo is really pleasing. It's like that Laffy Taffy fabric with this like pink fuchsia silver mix tinsel boa, and I feel like this boa is something that I've never seen on Drag Race or in drag before. A lot of queens out there, I don't know how to preach this, even when you think your panty is not being shown, you gotta wear a panty, and a nude colored panty underneath your fishnets is not cutting it. You got, like, I hate that when she lifts up her arms, you still see that like flesh tone down there. And like, hello, there's kids watching. Hello?
Y'all ready to rock and roll?
This is a puppet show. Kids are here.
Panty's already, you know, a little PG-13, so Barbie crotch is like, whoa! She's wearing these like Prada-inspired shoes. I don't know if they're a Betsy moment. I know she's a Betsy Johnson babe, and I'm excited to see her take on fashion this season. Juicy Love Dion. This is a very fun and different look. I love all these textures that are mixed together. She has the polka dot. I think it's like a sheer polka dot fabric with orange and pink polka dots. She has this like mix of the textures with the squiggly sequin and the ruffles. I love that she looks like a mystical cat. She almost looks like is it Artemis from the Sailor Moon franchise? Like with this like cat ear, but like it's a blonde little pixie shaped into the cat ear with that moon in the front. And this face, like, this is a pussy face. This is pussy, 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 pussy. She is definitely painted like her mother, Morphine. She's probably a dancer queen and maybe thought this was gonna be a dance thing. And I understand when you're wearing fishnets, you can kind of like slide over the floor and do a lot of things. But like, I know you don't need those fishnets. You do not need those fishnets. It would be even more pussy without them. And I challenge all these young girls. Use a body trimmer to your legs and lotion them up. It looks so good on camera. All I see is these grid legs, and maybe this is just my trauma speaking. If I had to make another edit to this look, I would just say, when wearing such short hair, go a little chunkier with the earring. We don't need just like a button. Like that's a rhinestone on your ear, girl. Like we could like make the earring a moment, and we're drag queens, so why not make it a moment? VITA Von T's STARR. This is the season of the hairline out. And honestly, I love to see it. If you can pull it off and it doesn't look like a receding male's hairline, like I love to see it. There's something so pleasing about an updo. When they turn around, you don't get that like gap between the neck of the skin and like that lifted hair moment. She has like her whole hair is like braided, and like when she goes to say hi to the other girls, it's like snatched. And I love that shit. Like that is like, that's woman to me, you know? I want to feel that breeze on my neck. I don't want to feel that, I don't want to see that like elastic tab that you didn't clip hanging down behind your ear. I'm very privileged today that no one is seeing me from the back. So I didn't have to ask anybody, but if you are in a dressing room and you trust someone in that dressing room, just ask them what the back of you looks like. That's talking about your wig, that's talking about your corset, that's talking about the toilet paper coming out of your ass. Like there's an honest opinion in the room if you find it. Looking at VITA Von T STARR, my eye has no idea where to focus, but I love the more is more. We don't really see this kind of styling. Yeah, I definitely know exactly who this bitch is when she walks in the room. BRIAR blush. And I am obsessed with BRIAR blush's makeup. I feel like her face just knows how to handle makeup so well. She has this tiny, tiny nose. She paints so pretty. She gives me very Sailor Mars. Like, she knows she's bitchy, she's proud of being bitchy, she's strictly black hair. I love that. I feel like that's so rare. I feel like we don't really have queens who are so dedicated to wearing black hair. I said that like when we were reviewing the promos that you can watch over on Patreon. When a girl puts on that blonde wig, they just fucking feel it. And it's so rare to have a girl that's like, fuck the blonde wig. I feel like BRIAR blush went for that whole like mod moment with this Warhol print on her dress. I'm a sucker for like looking at a queen and knowing that it's like so custom to them. And even the step of like taking the photo shoot, having it printed on or having the photo edited, having a photo warped, having the filter put on it, putting it on fabric, having the fabric printed, sending it to a designer, having it like made perfectly to your body. Like you can't buy that shit. Like you can't go to the Zara and like be like, I want to look like BRIAR blush. So I respect the customization of BRIAR's look. MANDY Mango. I'm a drag queen. I'm a female impersonator. yes, there's time and place where you're like, oh, I'm inspired by this like animated thing. I truly do not understand why you would enter the workroom of RuPaul's Drag Race dressed as anybody else, period, but specifically like a fictional established character. Pokemon, maybe I'm just not the girl to comment on this. I think I'm woman enough, I'm dude enough to admit it, that I don't understand Pokemon references in drag. It's like dressing like a Harry Potter character, it'd be dressing like a Yu-Gi-Oh character. Like, I just don't understand what that says about your drag persona. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a cosplay reference on Drag Race that worked for me. And the closest like thing I can think of is like Bender Creme as a bug. Was that cosplay? That was cool to me. Does that count as cosplay? I don't know. Like, I understand doing that like like almost like Olympic sign hair, but it's the wrong color. It doesn't have the bang. It's also really hard to be a real life person looking like an animated character, because you're always gonna think of that doesn't look real, you know? And not that everything in drag has to be real, but like, make me believe that you are that bitch. And I think she could have just entered as Mandy Mingo, and it would have let me as a viewer just know more about her immediately. And isn't that the point of a workroom entrance look? Up next, we have CIARA MYST. And CIARA MYST is a Halloween girl. She's coming in with the jack-o'-lanterns. She's coming in with like the spooky, ooky, dooky makeup. I feel like this is the wrong show. This is definitely the wrong show entrance look. This is like the whole pumpkin patch Halloween town and then some with like, I truly don't know. I think the bustier detail is really cool, but then the mix with this like black vinyl, Matrix-y, it's just not making sense to me. And I don't know if I know much about her besides Ookie Spook. Up next, Darlene Mitchell. I don't know how tall this bitch is, but she just appears very tall. And there's something about TV where she could actually be 5'4", but I think she's tall because you have to be a size 14 and up for me to look past these shoes. This is the shoe that like they only make in, I mean, I'm sure they make it in a size 6, but like I think they go all the way up to like a size 17 or something like that. And it looks stable, but it's not cute. Let's break it down from head to toe. Something that you might not notice, but I notice, and I know she wants us to notice, is these accent nails. A corn on the cob accent nails. Don't piss me off. Do not piss me off. I don't get it. I actually like think that we are beyond accent nails, especially in drag, and especially I'll tell you why I don't like them. That photo, or it's someone looking at you when like you're grabbing a dollar and like someone just like focuses in on that one nail and then like they look at the rest of you. I'm like, why the hell does that look like off? That's what accent nails give me. Something's off. Something's like you had a bunch of nails in your suitcase and you're like looking for that. Just one, anyone will do. That's what an accent nail gives me. I know with better styling, Darlene Mitchell could I'll be a little bit more cohesive because like she's doing this like country girl pageant thing, but the blue eyeshadow and the red lip just don't go. I think my favorite thing about this is honestly the bouquet, the corn bouquet. Like, give me the corn bouquet, do not give me that corn accent nail. Don't even try it. Up next, MYKI MEEKS. And MYKI MEEKS, again, this is the hairline out season. I am so jealous of these girls who can just fucking walk out in drag, not having to worry about any lace front. Hairline out, you better do it, bitch. You better do it. I feel like she's giving us classic drag. I feel like this is the appropriate way to do kind of what Jane Don't was doing. Like Jane Done's look, take off all that jewelry on her costume. I think it would just like stand alone as a look. Putting all this jewelry on MYKI MEEKS look definitely adds interest to it. I think this is the right way to do it. She kind of gives me Ben de la Creme with a ponytail facelift. And I love to see it. It's time for the runway. This is the first runway of season 18. Let's get into it. Starting with RuPaul Charles. You know what? RuPaul, you better do it. You better fucking do it. This is crazy. Like, this is actually crazy. And I feel like Ru continues to gag the girls. Do something different. I'm sure she gets bored. The fact that she's been doing this for so long, like, you just wake up one day and you know what works, and sometimes you go, you know what, I'm gonna go against it. Shoe is a chop, but boots are hard with a scooch dress, and I'm speaking as someone wearing a scooch dress and boots, but she has the legs that she can actually pull it off. I've never seen Ru in braids before, like cornrowed braids, and I actually really enjoy the flatness of the sides of Ru's wig, and I understand like needing, she would have looked underwater if she was like this 7-foot tall drag queen and like just flat hair all over, so I understand like the pompadour on top needing something. I would have appreciated if this like volume on top was made out of braids, just so it looked a little bit more uniform. And like, why not braid it? A braided mohawk with a pompadour, that would have been cool. She's definitely loving this blue contact, and as I mentioned earlier with Can You Please Her, I am the contact police, and I just noticed the contacts immediately. I'm a sucker for Ru in like those like eagle honey brown contacts, or like a contact that's like slightly warmer than her eye color. Earrings are fucking fierce. I am a sucker for stacking earrings, as I did today. And I've never seen like this shape, and I don't know if she has like that little like Bottega drop in there, but it's cute. And I like the asymmetrical. But this look is like, whoa! What a way to start the season. What a way to start the season. Up first, CIARA MYST is giving us more, she's doing cosplay-ish. I don't know if this is cosplay, but like looking at this gives me Watchmen meets Wolverine. She's got her whole skin blue, and that is such a choice to do as your first runway. This umbrella peplum detail she did on the hips, I actually think is a really cool way to like deconstruct a umbrella for an unconventional challenge. I just think like it could have been a little scoochier because she is again wearing a boot with it, and like when you're wearing a boot, you just need to be mindful that your legs are still appearing long and not like chopped and stumpy. That boot length with that side peplum thing is infuriating for me. I think this is a specific shade of blue that she like painted her face, and she's wearing on her like colored tights, that like because she added so many shadows into the blue in her makeup and like the highlights and the contours, this blue that's on her legs just looks a little like stark, like it's almost like too solid. I think that something that would have helped her achieve a more uniform look would to be like wear like a black sheer nylon over everything, just to diffuse the eye a bit. I love this hair shade. This cut and style is really cute for like an 80s rocker hair, dip your toe in that world. I'm not sure how it makes sense with like Martian that came to save the world. ATHENA DION. Okay, ATHENA DION is definitely giving like cutesy bootsy, young, little bratty girl. I do think that she needs tits and something in the back. Like it looks so bare. Like all I see is just like her back and a couple of pieces of fabric covering her nipples. It's Drag Race runway. It's only gonna be seen once. It's actually gonna be seen, you're only gonna wear it once, but it's gonna be seen forever. If you can't sew, it's okay to like cut out the shape of the fabric and spray adhesive that shit to your back, like, and make it believable as a garment. This is truly just like fabric that a hope and a prayer was made. She has like this like greenish, goldish, ashy color that doesn't really mix well with like these like pinks and pastels again, and like that shine of like that like vinyl that looks like very like candy. I can't tell if I hate or I love this shoe. I think we need like a little bit more arch, but I do love that toe. Up next, Kenya Pleaser. Oh boy, where do we begin? I'm more focused on how much I love this hair than I am focused on how much I hate this look. The hair is like that like electrocuted hair that I love that drag queens like seem to like go for. It's like that like electrocuted palm tree moment. I'm obsessed with the fact that I can like, I don't even know. I don't even know. I love you so much, Kenya Pleaser, but like this look is a chop. You know it's a chop. The first thing my eyes go to is like that like hat that she cut in pieces that's like very flimsy at the collar. I'm telling you, unless it's encrusted on Drag Race, like no one really cares about rhinestones. It's not safe. You could have put more like attention into the look. That's not that. Her whole ass is out, and I'm all about her showing her body, and I love her big fat ass, but like a little bit more panty just to cover that ass. Up next, we have NINI COCO, and NINI COCO is wearing this like folded, pleated paper look. I think she made this out of gift bags. I love the signature of NINI's makeup where she carries whatever she's wearing in her costume up into like the slit in her eye. I think that's like something really like easily recognizable about her. This is my favorite hair of the night. This is the best wig style of the night for me. It looks the most well done. It's like the right amount of shine. It looks uniform. It doesn't look like a topper put on top of another wig. Like this makes sense. It looks so good against her skin. And you shaved your pits, you shaved your face, you shaved your back. Why are you not shaving your arms? Like we as drag queens need to like have a meeting, a union. We need to follow this rule. Like take that body trimmer and no guard, go against your arms. It's TV. It's TV. And those lights pick up everything. There's no amount of glitter or body oil you can put on it to like mask the caveman arms. I would almost have more respect if it was a hairy armpit because I thought you were trying to be political, but the arm hair just pisses me off. Up next, we have Jane Don't. And Jane Don't is a pastel floral concoction. She looks like she took acid and I mean, she looks amazing. Honestly, she looks amazing. This is everything. This is like so telling of her eye. I feel like these things that you would not even like think of mixing together, and the detail of like the feather and making that tie-dye match the feather and painting it to match the colors in the costume and doing a jacket and a skirt and a clutch. Like she obviously knows what she's doing. I love the mix of the textures. I love the multiple seams in the hat, and I love having all that still suit the tie-dye pattern she did. These placements of the flowers everywhere are so smart. Like she doesn't have like it all just big flowers or all just small flowers. The flowers that she put in the hair definitely have like intention behind it, and the flowers she put on the clutch definitely have intention behind it. Nothing too jarring to look at in the right places. All right, up next we have Discord Addams. Discord Addams came out strutting. I feel like she came out so fast that the cameramen didn't even know what to do with the take. The judges probably were like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I feel like Discord Addams gives me like miniature Pinscher actually, but with like Doberman mentality. And I have to respect that about a little bitch because she has every other chance to not feel like that in this huge workroom, runway space. But I appreciate the attitude, I appreciate the confidence, and she has the confidence to wear wet hair, episode 1. I actually enjoy it with this like thin micro brow. She says she used pampas grass to create this look, and I think it was actually a really smart way to make something interesting out of trash. And I like that she didn't just like keep it the same, the color I'm assuming it came in, like some sort of green or like tan moment. She like spray painted it green and gold but not like all uniform. She did it like in like very specific spots, and I thought that was a great detail that made it different because from head to toe, I love this little pussy shoe, this like chain shoe. She looks like she has the tiniest feet, and I am so jealous of you, bitch. Up next, we have FUEGO. There are elements of this that it's a clusterfuck, I feel. Like this reminds me of like the Nicole Kidman from Balenciaga situation, but mixed with like Katy Perry's California Girls performance look, and like she's wearing like a Kristen Chenoweth hairdo to top it all off. It's a lot of different references. I actually think it like, for the most part, works for her. The thing I would probably change the most about this look though, is like instead of that like Pollyanna, Kristen Chenoweth hair, I would just like take it up. Like this needs to be up, and there's already so much drama happening around her, behind her, in front of her. Like the silver mixed with the colors and the bows in the hair, like just like up and shellacked, like a little bit more of a, just a sleek updo. I think could have taken this to that like futuristic girly era that I think she's trying to do. Juicy Love DION. Juicy Love DION comes out and she flings her little pleated bra moment, and like that's the moment I want to see. It's like if you pause on like her with those like things in the air, that is the moment. And it's almost like she needed a fan on the runway the entire time she was walking down to keep this like interesting. Besides that, it's just a bra and panty. I see like the detail and like the pleats and the painting of the bra, and I really wish that she would have just like paid a little bit more attention to the skirt, because I think that like in motion this look is actually gorgeous, but the skirt is a little like nighty, like a little like PJ-ish in comparison to everything else. I would have been more intrigued with this if it was like one of those like side slit, knee length skirts that had maybe that like ombre painted detail that this bra has. But she looks gorgeous. Obviously she looks fucking gorgeous. That face, you can't get it. I really feel like RuPaul's Drag Race, like it's so hard. It's so hard because there's times when you're in a lineup with girls who prefer a fan on stage, and there's times where the girls do not prefer a fan on stage, and I know it wouldn't look so uniform as a whole, but like drag queens look so good with light and air, especially if like their costumes are like made for that. But the risk is not everyone's pinning their wigs down well enough to handle a fan on stage, but this look specifically would have benefited from a fan on stage. Up next, we have VITA VONTESSE STARR. And VITA VONTESSE, this is how you cater to a judge, in my opinion. I don't know if this is exactly how she thought before she knew Cardi was going to be the judge for this episode, but I feel like this plays into her album cover, breaking apart all those umbrellas and putting it all back together in such a way that is like interesting to the eye. It's almost like very Clockwork Orange. I feel like this black and white color story with like the silver disco broken glass moment is like obviously another thing that's catering to a judge. Like RuPaul is like that girl, like legit what her house looks like.
I love, love, love this room.
Coming out with an umbrella was a smart nail on the head, and just like, sometimes the audience is dumb, sometimes the judges are dumb, and sometimes they need to know what you're talking about. So having that umbrella was such a good choice, and it could have been tacky, but it really worked out. VITA VONTESSE STARR is almost making me want to break into that banana powder, because that shit is just chilling under her eye, but it almost like is like nostalgic to see a queen still painting like that, and it's just, it harkens back to a time. The back is very bare to be wearing a pussycat wig with just like a, everything so intricate in the front, and then she turns around, it's just like black corset, but like whatever. Up next, we have BRIAR Blush, and I kind of hate this look. I kind of hate this look, but I also hate how all over the place this runway is, because like this like little fuchsia pussycat mixed in with the Watchmen, mixed in with the Cardi B impersonators, mixed in with, I don't know, like Effie from Hunger Games. Like we are just all over the place.
This is the Hunger Games, darling.
Briar Blush is giving you like that like Dita Von Teese dressed up as like, or like Betty Page pinup cat Halloween look. I could totally see this like illustrated somewhere. I do love this like foam cat mask moment. I thought that was probably like what she spent the most time on. Just by looking at it, it looks really cool and I want one. Her body looks fantastic. I always gravitate towards a cute face and a fat ass, but the look is just so random in this lineup. The embellishment is really pleasing on cam, and I have like I love all like the sparkly straight lines going up, and I think that the like little pussy patch with the beaded fringe that I think she said she did it herself was a nice use of time, but it's just such a random look. All right, up next we have Mandy Mango, and Mandy Mango is in this basket turned garment look. She has this huge flower on her head. She has these like, are these orchids or like dragon's breath flowers hanging down. Mandy Mango, hairline out. I see you, girl. Fierce. How nice to just feel that breeze against your forehead, you know? For your head not to overheat and drag. How nice. She is wearing this like red floral fascinator, and I actually like a lot of elements about this look. I think that something that could have just made it a little bit more cohesive was if she just like spray painted this like red rose on her head, that like blush pink white moment. Honestly, spray paint is your best friend. Spray paint really on Drag Race is your best friend. These, especially for a design challenge. Even if you like came with a costume and it needed to like fit the theme or fit the color, spray it. It's one time for the rest of your life. Spray it, ruin it, get a new one. All right, up next, Darlene Mitchell. These shoes got to go. Twice in one episode. That's entrance and runway in one episode. Again, in a world where spray paint exists, baby pink spray paint on the white shoe would have at least taken it there. But this look is rough. She's dressed as like a little 7-year-old girl dressed for a slumber party. This is a 6 foot and above 30-something-year-old man. And dressing as a juvenile, it's just weird to me. I've made that mistake. When I was fucking 22, I was performing Hey Cutie, like as dressed as a baby, like I get it. And I'm speaking from experience. So that's just me. I think this look is strange. And she's tall, she's Glamazonian, and I think she could be statuesque and fierce instead of like whatever the hell this is. All right, up next we have MYKI MEEKS. And MYKI MEEKS comes out in this big black bubble teased out hair, goldish bluish fabrics with these like bronze flower appliques. It's so interesting to see someone's point of view, and I feel like that is like the coolest part about doing a design challenge on episode 1. How can you put it all together? And I actually really love this look. I like it with the black hair. I like the intentional like who would have thought to put the roses in that little drape. That's very cool. I like that it matches the tassels. And I love that she has a matching nail. Get into it. All right, and that was all the looks from season 18, episode 1, from head to toe with Naomi Smalls. No one is safe from these meticulous eyes. And I actually want to hear from you and your meticulous eyes. What do you think? What do you see? What did I miss? Drop it in the comments. Head over to the Patreon. Talk to me. Speak to me. I know you miss me because I miss you.